Isagi, yoichi, and Michael Kaiser have finally put their differences aside, but will it be enough to take down PXG? They're not the only ones who can work together to make things happen, as we'll see in today's leaks that France still has more left to give. What's going on, everyone? My name is Animasu, and today we'll be taking a look at the Blue Lock Chapter 286 leaks, titled A New Era. If you enjoy staying up to date with Blue Lock and would also like to support my channel, please click that subscribe button and comment down below your thoughts. I also have a community Discord link in the description, and there you can chat with me, other community members, and also play Locked with us. I have been addicted to Locked on Roblox lately, so get ready for some videos on that soon. Without further ado, let me show you why a Nugent Striker and Isagi are simply the most unfair duo in all of Blue Lock. Today's leaks start off with intro text which states, "To snatch the last goal, Itoshiden attacks the joint effort of Isagi and the Emperor Michael Kaiser." The announcers scream in excitement over the final moments of this intense game, as only one goal separates both teams from winning it all. The first thing we see here is Nanase throwing in the ball for PXG, which Itoshiden leaps forward to trap while initiating the play once more. He then takes up a third of the page to give Bastion Munich a terrifying look as he then sprints forward to begin the action. All he can think about is scoring this one final point, but also destroying Isagi and becoming the monster to dominate in this match. Igarashi the monk is up first, and he's sadly bypassed pretty easily now that Rin can just, choose not to physically abuse him. The announcers once again chime in to glaze how amazing Itoshiden truly is, as his dribbling talent is on full display here, once again soloing the entire Bastion Munich roster. Raichi and Birkenstock then both take their shots as the rampaging berserker comes forth. However, with minimal effort and better stats, Rin just easily embarrasses them and continues on. About 10 feet in front of the penalty area though, Isagi yoichi appears in front of Itoshiden, adamant to once again stop his rampage. Kunogami and Gagamaru are also preparing themselves in the background, but hopefully, this beast can be stopped before consuming them all. Itoshiden begins to leap forward and pull his leg back for a shot, thinking over and over on how he can bypass Isagi and score a goal here. Last second though, he falls back into his original ego and decides to go for it all while physically crashing into his rival. Gagamaru readies himself as Rin rips off a shot towards the top right of the net. However, the ball is immediately grounded. Michael Kaiser has used his metavision to come sliding in at the last second, plucking the ball away from Itoshiden's feet with precise accuracy. He goes on to taunt Rin by calling him too predictable, as when he's in his berserker state, the talented learners of Bastion Munich can break him down. Itoshiden just looks back at Michael with a horrified expression, because with Isagi complimenting the block, he realizes that these two have fully started to synchronize and are working together. The perspective then changes over to Isagi yoichi, who's running just beside Michael Kaiser, who's just gained possession. He explains that by being in the beast zone and physically contesting Rin, Kaiser is allowed time to anticipate the shot's timing and hunt it down. By working together and trusting their teammate, these two have proven that through logic, they can destroy whatever genius they choose. With page 7 being an amazing shot from behind Isagi and Kaiser as they sprint up the field, Tokimitsu and Nanase can be seen readying themselves with worried expressions, with Michael reminding his duo to act as a machine for victory. The two break apart, each taking their own one-on-one. Kaiser is matched up against Nanase and easily throws him off balance. Meanwhile, Isagi, while off the ball, absolutely cooks Tokimitsu while continuing his sprint upfield. With Nanase then sliding in the way of Kaiser's route, he passes off the ball towards Isagi yoichi, who's nearly clear of Tokimitsu. Using his metavision to notice that Michael is now free, Isagi completes the 1-2 by sending a pass back with a refrigerator on his back. The poor PXG defenders cannot compete, with most pointing out how amazing the two can link up together. Their compatibility is too perfect. Page 9 then shows another perspective as Kaiser allows this pass to slip right by him, and arrive into the possession of Hiyori. While flying through the air to trap the ball, Hiyori goes on to taunt that it's not just Isagi and Kaiser feeling the heat, but rather everyone on Bastion Munich is pumped up. An NPC even screams out in excitement, telling them to keep going, and honestly this kid is realizing how screwed PXG are. They've gone flawless in the league with constant infighting between their dual aces, but now, the entire team is linking up to create the most rational system possible. Hiyori then shoots off a low direct pass to Isagi yoichi, who once again immediately changes the ball over to Michael Kaiser, who's sprinting right beside him. Even the announcers and spectators are going crazy over this, as Bastion Munich has become an entirely new team than before. Everyone is simply using themselves as pawns for the ultimate goal of winning, and since there's no infighting, they're operating at peak efficiency. Kaiser then passes the ball over to Raichi Janko, who while trapping the ball with Zantetsu at his back, encourages their aces to go forth and finish this game. He then passes the ball over to Hiyori, who's completely unguarded and pulling his leg back for the finishing pass. Hiyori is also monologuing about how amazing this new Bastion Munich is, because no matter where he passes the ball, one of the aces will be waiting there at the ideal endpoint. With these two working together at the center of BM, they'll lay the foundation for the new era of football. With Isagi staring him down while encouraging him to come on with it, Hiyori then finally sends off what he hopes to be the final pass of this game. His shattered glass aura even reappears as the pass nutmegs Shido Ryusei, flying perfectly towards his original buddy's route. As the ball flies through the air to then arrive in front of Isagi yoichi, one defender is already overextending due to his off-the-ball movement. With another waiting in front of him and a goalkeeper readying himself on the right side of the goal, Isagi inputs it all into his brain with metavision, then deciding what comes next. Two-gun volley. Isagi sweeps his left leg over and around the ball, actually preparing his right leg to fire off the finishing shot. We once again get to see this awesome dual Glock aura, with one even being kicked back to indicate the faked leg. With crow feathers then being seen at the bottom of the page though, Karasu Tabito flies in at the last second to block this shot sadly. It's an awesome double spread of him gliding through the air to pluck the ball away, but more than anything, he's now awakened his own visual prowess. With a close-up of Karasu's eye being shown as he taunts Isagi, the metavision pattern can clearly be seen. As my man Vegeta would say, it's a goddamn metavision bargain sale. With the loose ball flying up into the air and now descending, Michael Kaiser stands directly below it staring up. With a shocked expression on his face, he wonders, could this be his luck? As the ball continues to fall and arrive at his front, Kaiser takes his luck and makes it his own, firing off a Kaiser impact just inside of the penalty box. Unfortunately for him too, Charles Chevalier leaps through the air and blocks the shot with his head, more than likely causing lifelong CTE and brain damage. There is no way you're taking a Kaiser impact without at least a 5-minute breather. I'm personally gonna need a water, a cart rip, and a verse from the Bible to recover from all that. The GOAT Charles, however, just smirks wide to taunt him, getting back up immediately, as neither Isagi or Kaiser can believe their shots have been blocked. Tabito Karasu can, however, as he goes on to explain that while the geniuses may still be out of his reach, those who operate within logic can still be reached. As he and Charles leap into the air and pose to celebrate, he reminds these idiots that they're the same kind of idiots. Talented learners who also break down and adapt to the world standard. However, this time, Isagi is on the receiving end of the adaptation. Kaiser just curses under his breath while looking pissed off, but Isagi, he begins to break them down while once again taking on this new, unique whiteout look. With that being the last visual bit of today's leaks, we then have some outro text which says, there's also the talented learner's way of thinking in France. Use the ideas born from teaming up, and conquer this hell. It seems to just be yapping about how Karasu got metavision after 200 chapters and linked up with Charles for a plot exploit reaction, but worry not. Isagi and Kaiser are the ultimate plot merchants, because there is no way that we got a team up, and then we don't get a 20-page chapter of straight peak panels with them. Anyways, once again without a break somehow, the upcoming chapter 287 will be titled, Because You Were There, which is absolutely crazy. There are some very specific words that Kaiser told Alexis Ness during their last breakup, so maybe we could see some impact from the magician himself. This could also just be bait to refer to Isagi and Kaiser's team up, because a very similar line was said from Isagi in a previous chapter. Whatever the case may be, let me know what you all think will happen or just whatever you want to see next. I personally just want to see more Kaiser and Isagi double spreads, because although the plot is amazing right now, the art just exceeds all in my opinion. But that sadly being the end of today's leak coverage, I just want to thank you all so much for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed Blue Lock and want to continue helping me out, please consider clicking that subscribe button and dropping below a comment. I also have a community Discord linked in the description, and there you can interact with me and other members of the Blue Lock community. We've been running a lot of Roblox games, specifically Locked recently, so feel free to pop in and join us. Anyways, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.